I was anointed D major by my brother, who is my #1 fan, and he was like, since your first name begins with a D and you're musical, why not name yourself after your favorite chord on the guitar? And so D major was born, and I love it, and it's stuck with me since. I've been doing this a while. I've been doing this since 2004, but the life of an upcoming artist in this country is a bit difficult, because in my opinion, we don't really have an industry. Tanzania has an industry now, for instance, but Kenya no, not really.
I just need you to acknowledge I'm here. If you give me half a chance, I'll prove it to you. I will be patient, I'm faithful and true to the girl who was music, the girl who loves all. Respects the spirit world and thinks with the heart. If you take me in your hands, I will learn what you teach and do the best that I can. I am ready for love, with an offering of my voice, my eyes, my soul, my mind. Tell me what is enough to prove I am ready for love. I'm ready for love.
My debut album is finally ready. It's called Mimi na Wewe, A Love Story. The title pretty much explains what the album is about. It's about a boy who meets a girl and they fall in love. And then in between, there's pretty much all the stuff that they go through in their relationship. And then he breaks her heart. Then comes the realization that, this was the girl for him. The one he was meant to be with forever. And he's heartbroken, and there's a song where he moans his lost love. His lost love, and then there's a happy ending at the end, so don't worry, I'm a sucker for happy endings. It's bits and pieces from my life put together into one story, into one fluid story. So everything didn't happen with the same girl, but in the videos it's going to look like the story is told about one particular girl. I arranged the album in such a way that I could shoot a video for every song, kind of like a movie, kind of like R. Kelly's whole thing within the closet. The songs can stand individually. Like if you watch one video, you wouldn't have had to have watched the previous one to enjoy this video. But it's still a continuous story. So that's the album, produced, engineered, written, and composed by me. It's me who's telling the story, so I felt it necessary to do the entire project by myself. People ask me why I haven't collaborated with any other artists on the album, but like I said, it's a story that I'm telling. I have nothing against collaborating with other artists, and I'm making plans to do that. So yeah, that's me. This first album is R&B, fused with a few other genres, but mainly R&B. Plan to do a rock album as well. I like to experiment a lot.
Thank you.
It's hard, man. It's hard. I find the Kenyan crowd a bit fickle, so you have to basically, like Prezu said, it's all about your image. And you have to package yourself in such a way that you find your crowd. You have to cut your piece of the pie, because you can't really appeal to everyone. You can't please everyone, and market to that crowd. And that's probably the only way you'll survive. I think the most revenue for artists comes from performances and not CD sales. And you kind of have to blame technology for that, but I think that the lack of support for local artists, and just that, that I don't know what to call it. I don't know whether to call it patriotism or what, but just take out that 1,000 bob or 500 bob and go and buy your favorite singer CD, as opposed to downloading it from the internet, or waiting for it to be played on radio. Support your favorite artists, because people always come up to me like, where's your album, where's the next single, and they don't understand that it costs money. And where am I going to get my money from? It has to be from you. In that regard, that's why I say we don't really have an industry, because in Tanzania they don't need any other country. They sell millions. Someone can make enough money off one single to buy himself a house, a car, or to invest in something. So I hope that we get to that level, and I think we're headed in the right direction. And I hope that the Music Copyright Society of Kenya, become more vigilant in ensuring that people don't take advantage. Radio should pay royalties, and basically any establishment or even public service vehicle that plays music should, because that's how they attract customers, by playing our music. Yeah, there should be more support, and radio stations should by law be required to play at least 40% local content, if not 50 actually. That's the case in South Africa, and you find that the artists there are more successful, especially financially. You're asking for someone special. I'm not saying I'm not open to a relationship right now. I'm at a place in my life where I'm trying to take my career to the next level, and so I wouldn't really say it's the last thing on my list, but it's not my highest priority. I love that it's finding that special someone, because relationships are taxing, man. They require a lot of time, energy, and money, which I'm trying to build up right now. So maybe in the future. In the immediate future, I plan to launch my album. On a big stage, the choreography will be there, the works, and I want it to be a really big show. And then I want to record that show for a DVD release. And on the same DVD, we'll have now the videos, telling that story. So I want to have a DVD release, and that's the plan for 6 months from now. And just to mention other things, and someone's asked me to audition for a part in the pilot for a film that they want to shoot. So I don't know what it's called yet. I don't really have details, but I want to check that out. I don't know if I can act. I was in a musical once and that went well, so we'll see how that goes. And then halfway through the year, I'll probably be working on my second album. Yeah, and I plan to be East African first and then international. So when I'm comfortable and when the finances are settled a bit, I plan to tour Tanzania and Uganda, collaborate with a few of the artists from there, and of course come back home eventually. So that's the plan for this year, pretty much. This is only the beginning. I'm out.